All right, number 34. In the study of bat migration habit, 24 male bats and 160 female bats have been tagged. If 100 more female bats are tagged, how many more male bats must be tagged so that 3/5 of the total number of bats in the study are males? Okay, so we know right now we have 240 male bats. Okay, so 240 males. And then we have 160 females. Okay. And then we're gonna add 100 more females, right? And then we want the ratio to be 3/5. Okay, so let's just go and add the 100 females first. Okay, we're gonna add 100 females. So now how many females do we have? Right, we have 260 females now. Okay, number of females increased by 100. All right. How many more males must we tag so that 3/5 of the total will be male? Okay, so we don't know how many males we have to tag, so that's what we're trying to solve, right? Okay, so let's just say that's x. Okay, so whatever we're trying to solve here, we can set it as our variable, and that's x. So now we're gonna add x to the number of males. We don't know x is, but we can express the total number of males right now should be 240 plus x. And so whatever x represent, we do 240 plus that. That's the total number of males that we have. Okay. So to solve for x, we had to be able to set up a equation, or since this one we're talking about the proportion, right? We can also set up a proportion for this one. Okay. See, we want to know, right, the number of, all right, so we want to have the 3/5, right? 3/5 of the total number of the bats is male. Okay, so what we can do is we can say the ratio of males to the total number of bats had to be 3:5. Okay, so it's 3/5. So how many males do we have? Well, we have this number of males, right? 240 plus x. Well, the tricky part is what's the total? Okay, well, how do we represent the total? Well, the total, we had to add the males and the female, right? So I had to add these two things together. So it'd be 240 plus x plus 260. Okay, so actually I had to combine them together. So it's a little bit weird because we have the males, we have like an x in it, but we still can add them up and that would represent a total. Okay, so on the top is the number of males. On the bottom represent the total number of bats that we have. Okay. So then this ratio, if we do the number of males divided by the total number, this ratio should be 3/5 because the number of males is 3/5 of the total. So the ratio is male divided by total is 3/5. Okay, and we can use this proportion here, right, to solve for x. Okay, and to solve this out, we can simplify this a little bit. On the top is 240 plus x. On the bottom is 240 plus x plus 260. So we can add together 240 plus 260 is 500 plus x. And that is equal to 3/5. All right. And from here, since we have like two fractions on each side of the equation, we can go and do a cross multiply. That will help us get rid of all the fractions. Okay, so we do 5 times 240 plus x. This should equal to the product of the other cross, which is 3 times 500 plus x. Okay. And so from here, distribute the 5. So it'd be 5 times 240 is going to be 1,200. Okay. And then we're going to do, yeah, so the next one is 5 times x is 5x equal to 3 times 500, 1,500 plus 3 times x is 3x. Okay, so now we can go and subtract 1,200 on both sides. Okay, we get 5x equal to 1,500 minus 1,200, that's 300 plus 3x. And then we're going to subtract 3x on both sides. Okay, so you get 2x equal to 300 So divide by 2, x is 300 over 2. And we get x equal to 150. Okay. So the number of mouse that we need to tuck, right, the additional number should be 150. And so that will be our final answer for this question. Okay, so the difficult part is actually to set up the proportion, and to recognize to find the total, we had to add the two things, right, the male and the female, to give us a total. Once we have the proportion, we can just go and solve from there.